do I have permission to give unsolicited advice?
100%.
Database naman, database. Okay, ano yung tumatak kay Senator Risa ngayon that has really captured the imagination of the people and very much on brand? They should rely on the data. You know what that is? And I'm sure you guys will also feel the same way. It's her behavior, her demeanor, and her incredible performance during hearings.
Mm-hmm.
In sa Pogo?
Uso hearings. Everybody is tuned into the hearings because of this Pogo thing. We're all watching congressional hearings, Senate hearings, pati yung kay Nino Mulak. Oh my God, we're taking that up in the Senate now for some reason. Everything is a hearing and the Filipinos are hooked. And data will show na kumabit yun. So how would I have done this bumper ad? Kung may nakikinig man, please take the idea. It's all yours. How would I have done that bumper ad? I would have had Senator Risa in a Senate hearing setting and then say, Mr. Pangilinan, for example, I'm shooting from the hip. Mr. Pangilinan, totoo ba na lumaki ka sa farm? And then Kiko will take the mic and say, hindi po, Your Honor, hindi po ako lumaki sa farm. Pero mahal ko po ang mga farmers. At sa tingin ko, farmers ang mga ang advokasya ko at mga katulong sa food security ng Pilipinas. And then Senator Risa again. At ikaw naman, Senator Bam, may naaalala ka ba na kahit anong instance, for example, na nadawit ka sa korupsyon or katiwalian? And then Bam will go, wala po akong maalala, Your Honor. Pero di ba, something like that, I would have done that. I would have leveraged on that. And then Chel, she could have probably said, Attorney Chel, bakit nababalitaan ko na ang mga tao daw, ang haba-haba ng pila sa labas ng opisina mo at nagkaka-traffic na dyan sa lugar ninyo.
O kaya, Attorney Chel, nag-a-attorney ka ba sa Pogo? Ganun.
Yan, something like that. Something like
pwede ba akong magdagdag ng character? Ang ganda-ganda nung sinabi mo, Alan, no? Dagdag natin si Senator Edu. Makapal yung bigote, nagsusukulay lang sa background.
Nakapatig. Nakapatig na sweater. But can you imagine an ad like that? And then the ending, if they really wanted to push it, Senator Risa will say, may huli lang akong tanong para sa ating mga katauhan dito, sasamahan niyo ba ako next year?
No?
And then all of them have that, that knowing look. Yeah, I would have done something like that, but hey, who am I? Nobody listens to me anyway, di ba?
Ayan, nasagot na yung tanong ng iba, no? Puro kayo ba, wala naman kayong suggestion.
At saka, hindi, very good yung idea na yun Kasi, nag-maximize kung paano na brand si Risa, diba? Sumakay sa coattail ng popularity ni Risa, but at the same time, naka-identify ng personality sa bawat kandidato, na differentiate sila, na highlight yung strength nila in a very nice narrative na maiintindihan ng lahat, diba?
True campaignable na yan. You can use this as a theme, diba? So anyway, again,
pero Alan, based ba sa data, ganun ba kalakas talaga yung hatak ni Senator Risa to be able to lift these three candidates? Or even including Senator Edu?
That is a great question. And the question is, oh boy, you're not gonna like my answer. She's the best we've got. She's the best we've got right now. If, for example, VP Lenny will jump in and join the fray, absolutely, most welcome. That will solidify the stays. But right now, Senator Risa, she's the best we've got, man. And nagkakaroon ng renewed interest in Senator Risa because of, again, her performance. So yan ang true PR. Diba? Performance and recognition. Yan ang totoong PR. Performance and recognition.
Pero yung ganyan ba may transference yan? Kasi diba before, kunwari, yung pag nangangampanya isang kandidato, dumidikit sa tatay. O kaya kunwari, dumidikit sa sikat na kakilala, o kaya artista. Meron ba datos na pag nag-ride ka sa coattails, let's say, nung incumbent na senador, however popular she might be, kaya ka talagang hatakin?
Well, the numbers, not to be too technical, but sa amin, sa disiplina namin, the transference is less 7 to 12 points. So, halimbawa, kinuha mo yung 100 points nung prime, which is whether that's the tatay, the uncle, the endorser, bawasan mo ng 7 to 12 points. I'm sure that our viewers are complicated about that and they think I'm trying to baffle them with BS, but there is transference but diminished.
For example,
but medyo interesting times kasi nga, nagkakaroon ng Mexican standoff yung dalawang major political factions eh. Nagkakaroon ng well, mutually assured destruction, I don't know, man. But there's
that's a window of opportunity, right? Isn't that a window of opportunity that we should take advantage of?
Yes, absolutely. How many times, di ba, will we ever see a Godzilla versus King Kong
so
scenario
dapat
like this?
yung messaging ngayon should take advantage of that too. Hindi pwedeng chill and happy. Kasi yun na yung narrative. Kumbaga yan yung drama na nagaganap, nakatutok doon lahat. Diba?
Pero Prof, the problem is data will also show that one of the biggest knocks on the opposition, or at least the so-called pinklawans, is that puro kontra. Puro kayo kontra. Lahat na lang ng ginawa ng admin, kinokontra nyo. Kontra. So,
siguro baka, Alan, baka dalawang side siya ng isang coin. No? Halimbawa, yung dalawang dominant na brand, yung Duterte at saka yung Tulfo brand. No? Yung may tinulak silang problema eh. Diba? Meron silang negative problem silang pinost na pinalaki nila ng husto. Yung isa crime, yung isa ay failed institutions. At kami yung solusyon. At kami yung solusyon.
That's to be precise.
Diba? Kami yung solusyon. May problema, may negative, may positive. Kami yung solusyon. Siguro ganun yung hinahanap na storya at saka brand nitong opposition. Ano yung, hindi pwede rin wala kang negative eh. Kailangan may problema kang tinutumbok eh. Diba? Na naman ng lahat across classes. Ikalawa ay ikaw ay pinopost mo as a solution dito. Ngayon, iba yung solution nila. Quick solution sa kanila eh. Ito, patayin lahat. Yung isa ay tatawagan, mumurahin. Pero it worked. No? Lahat ko yun, may reklamo, ipatulpo. Diba?
Yeah.
Ito yung mga problema na dati pang hinaharap ng oposisyon. Na ibig sabihin, kabisado na nila. Ang problema na lang ay paano yung messaging, paano yung storya, paano yung brand. Hindi naman to bago eh. Yung mga problema, punong-puno tayo ng mga analysis eh. Sa mga problema, katulad namin ni Cielo kanina. Diba? Nasa fingertips mo eh. Pero paano mo...
Hindi. Pero yun nga yung
problema na makakaklik sa lahat. At the same time, ano yung solusyon? Dahil lahat tayo, pinag-question natin yung institutions eh. Diba?
Yun ang danger sa atin kasi we always find principled solutions to problem. Hindi naman natin kayang gawin yung ang solusyon dyan, ipatulfo mo kahit alam mo na yung pagpatulfo ay hindi naman talaga lumuluto sa solusyon o yung pagpapatay sa mga tao. Diba? Kaya nilang gawin yun. But the question is, can we do the same level of branding na hindi nagva-violate ng set of principles and ethical values ng...
I think we can.
Pwede bang ganito? Kunwari, ito gamitin natin yung kay Einstein, yung tinatawag niyang thought experiment. Kay Senator Edu, pwede bang gamitin kunwari yung akong bahala sa'yo? Yung ganun kasimpleng mga linya. Kasi parang binabanggit niyo si Tulfo, di ba? Parang ilan naman ang ino-offer ni Tulfo eh. Quick fix. Kumbaga, dadamayan kita, literally. Kung meron ng api sa'yo, mumurahin ko.
Mas maikli yung sagot kita.
May gumamit na kasi, sagot kita eh.
Okay, I've used that for one of the candidates, no? Pero nilagyan namin ng konting, syempre, I need to defend it. Nilagyan namin ng konting substance kasi one of the powerful formulas and Christian, you know this because you listen to my lectures, is the interrogative affirmative syntax. So tama si Sec Edu. Maglalagay ka ng problema, question mark, interrogative, then affirmative. So what we did for Sagot Kita is edukasyon, kulang sa trabaho, question mark. Sagot kita, exclamation point. Walang kuryente, puro brownout, question mark. Sagot kita. So then we were able to attach it to different issues. But the solution is as broad and as undefined as that. Sagot kita.
May naisip na ako para kay Sec Edu. Utang mo, babayaran ko.
Medyo mahirap yun.
She's in my head. The 0.6 movement, my God, were our files leaked?
Madami yan eh. Utang mo sa sangla, diba? O utang mo sa kuryente, pabahay.
Ang gagawin naming big bad, as Sen Edu was pointing out, you need a big bad eh. You need the boogeyman eh. Ang gagawin naming big bad sa 0.6 movement ay yung mapait na prutas. Sawa na ba kayo sa prutas na mapait? Sawang-sawa na ba kayo sa prutas na mukhang masarap at mukhang matamis pero mapakla pala? Ay, mansanas para sa matamis na bukas.
Yun, no? Ito isang tanong. Ito seryoso. Total thought
Ang
experiment lang naman
ng
ito.
ulupong kay Eva ay mansanas.
Ganun ba?
Di ba yun? Bagay ba yun? Ang inoper, ang demonyo kay Eva, no, ay mansanas.
Eva, sagot kita. Ganun.
Doon pa rin ako sa Edo, ikaw na. Doon pa rin ako nakadikit
Ay, gusto ko yun.
Walang makitang matinong kandidato. Edo, ikaw na. Ganon. Eto, tanong ko, Alan, di ba sabi nyo kanina, sabi ni Prof. Shelo, may advantage din talaga yung pagdikit kay Senator Risa dahil talagang nagmamarka siya, no? To borrow the words of Senator Edu. Pero kunwari lang ito, hypothetical. Kunwari tatakbo na talaga si Senator Edu. Tapos, kaya ba siyang hatakin ni Senator Risa? Kunwari, pakikita mo sila sa poster, magkatabi, sa campaign stage. Kaya ba siyang, akayin o hatakin?
Pag-usapan natin yung talagang tatakbo. Doon tayo pumunta, no? Medyo na-divert tayo sa mga
Mr. Chairman, I was speaking with
the hypothetical question yan kasi yung tanong mo ay paano gano'n nga ba ka-powerful yung presence ni Senator Risa?
Yes. Mr. Chairman, I have the floor, so wala po kay Senator Edu yung floor. Hindi po siya pwede sumikit. I'm not yielding.
Ako, the hypothetical answer to that hypothetical question is any imagery with Senator Risa and future Senator Edu will tickle the imagination of the electorate and set hearts aflame to support the candidacy of Senator Edu.